Cynthia Talks, and we are talking The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 18. So the girls are on the girls' trip, and they're on the bus, on their way in to sightsee and, see Athens. And Cynthia mentioned that her and Mike would like to have a baby, even though she's 52 years old and she's having sporadic cycles. So the girls thought that was very interesting, and especially Nene. Take a listen.
Our own little miracle baby.
Really?
Like,
she still got period?
I still get my period, but now it's starting to be irregular.
When was your last period? 3 weeks ago?
No. It's been a while, like 2 months ago.
What?
Yeah.
We need to stop and get a test.
He's letting those little mics free.
So he's shooting the club.
The mics are flowing.
Tear the club up. Tear the club up.
Cynthia is hilarious. Talking about she thinks she might be
Cynthia can't have no baby. Girl, where is her egg at?
Okay, so all I did was laugh pretty much. I mean, she is 52. That doesn't mean that she can't have a baby. And she always has the means to have a surrogate and just harvest, whatever eggs that she has left. I don't know. It just seems to me that if both of you have children in college, why do you want to start all over? I mean, personally, I think her and Mike should just go live their life, their best lives, without thinking about diapering and, daycare and things like that. I mean, you've raised your kids by now, but if her and Mike want to have a baby in their 50s, I say go for it. Why not? So the ladies go to have dinner at this Sky Diner, which is pretty freaking awesome. It's like you're strapped into a roller coaster almost, but it's really a dinner table and you're 100 feet in the air, which is something that I would never do. Never. I would have to eat my food down on the ground Indian style while they're up there. That is a no-go. I mean, they're having like a 4-course meal up in the air. That is a no-go. I would feel like if I dropped my napkin, if anything weird happened, I would just fly out of those seats. It was like they were just wearing regular seat belts. No. And we're up there drinking wine. Lord knows. Any small amounts of alcohol go right to my head. I am completely drunk very easy. That is a no-go. That is a no-go. However, they did it, and Nene did it as well, which I was really shocked because she, like myself, scared of heights. But she did it. She was a trooper. The only thing that really went to the left up there is Kenya making all these horrible comments to Cynthia and all these terrible jokes about Cynthia and her wine knowledge. Take a listen.
Now, what makes this excellent in your opinion?
Not too sweet, but there is a fruity effervescence. Coming through.
What would you pair this lovely rosé with?
Fish and maybe a nice grilled chicken.
Even though rosé might overpower the shrimp and seafood?
I personally prefer the rosé.
So when you're choosing your wine, you completely ignore the meal that you're having with the wine.
Oh my God.
Oh wow, the tenderloins are out. Should we choose another wine, perhaps?
rather a lower acidity.
If it was Hennessy or hookah, I would listen to Portia's advice.
Oh, she's
I cannot.
Now, how many red wines are there? I'll wait.
Several.
Oh, this is just embarrassing.
Please name 4 types of red wine.
Is this a quiz?
No.
I don't even understand what Kenya is doing right now. The more and more she keeps going, it just sounds like she's purposely digging at Cynthia.
How many variations of...
How many are you selling at your spot?
I sell plenty of hair care, but I don't mess with anything that I don't know about.
Cynthia is such a punk. Girl, wake up.
I think that Kenya was downright rude, and she was clearly trying to be shady. She was being shady on purpose. There is no reason for her to act like that and claim to be Cynthia's friend. And Cynthia said that she didn't think that Kenya was being shady, but I say lies, absolute lies. I think that Cynthia knew good and damn well that Kenya was being shady to her. She just didn't have a comeback. She didn't want the confrontation, and she lets too many things slide. It is by far past time for Cynthia to rein Kenya in, because with friends like Kenya, who needs enemies? She is absolutely throwing Cynthia under the bus left and right, and Cynthia continues to accept and forgive. When is it time to walk away? Or when is it time for you just to put your foot down and tell her you have lines and she has crossed them? So the ladies went on a sightseeing tour, and it seems that Kenya all of a sudden has become everyone's mom, and she has given them a lesson in touring etiquette. Take a listen.
Let's go. You're being very disrespectful to these people's culture. You're not even supposed to touch those things. Let's
And
go.
y'all in a different
Let's
country,
go.
Billy in jail. They're gonna
You
say
don't
they're gonna
understand. You're not in America. Act like you've been somewhere.
I'm just saying, whose mama is Kenya? Brooklyn, and that's it. And she's back somewhere at the hotel with the nanny. Leave these people alone. I mean, even though maybe they shouldn't have been taking photos like that and leaning up against the ruins. I don't know. I didn't see any posters or signs hanging up that said you're not supposed to be down there. I don't know. Maybe I would have looked for some posters or signs. Okay, I don't know. But listen, shut up. Nobody needs you to tell us what to do. I could totally be wrong about this, but when the girls were doing a little shopping, it kind of seemed that Portia was using her Instagram followers to try to get free things. And that is one of the things that I'm not a big fan of. I don't think it's really cool for you to barter, especially when you're on a vacation and you're out of the country. Hey, I'd like to have this for free because I have 5 million followers. I don't think that's nice or cute. Something's not right about that. But that's just me. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Take a listen.
I would like these, but then I would like this one for free.
This is
I'll tag you on my Instagram. I have 5 million followers. Deal. Shake. This is how we do. Boom.
So was I wrong? Was she bartering or no? I don't know. Put that down in the comments. What do you think? Do you think it's appropriate to barter? Do you think it was cute to say, hey, I've got these 5 million followers on Instagram? I have no idea, but I do know that a lot of reality stars, a lot of famous people do that to get free things. I just think that it's not that cool. So one of the producers in our private session with Kenya asked her about the shade she was throwing Cynthia about the wine at the dinner. Take a listen.
Down on Tanya for saying that you wear a wig. Why are you pressing Cynthia so hard about her wine knowledge so publicly?
That's two totally different things, okay? First of all, when my hair... Anyway, I don't have to re-explain it. Think whatever you want to think. I don't care. I'm just sick of it. It's not the same thing. Whoever's writing these questions, I'm going to walk away if this is what we're going to make this about. Cynthia!
I saw the cutest dress.
I was having fun with my sis. She should know what the wines are about.
Okay, so she knew she was wrong. She knew that was shady and she was busted, and she was angry and upset because she knew that she was full of crap. There is no way that she meant anything good by that. There was no way that she was joking. She was absolutely wrong for that behavior at that dinner. Portia and Tanya have a little conversation with Cynthia. They brought her an evil eye bracelet that's supposed to ward off any bad spirits, which is Kenya in this scenario. And they explained to her that that was total BS, how Kenya was acting, and that Kenya was actually pretty much affecting Cynthia's brand by letting the world know that Cynthia doesn't know much about wine. And that is true. And they also mentioned if she would have said anything bad about Kenya Moore's hair care, she would have lost it. And Cynthia would have gotten told off from head to toe by Kenya. And I think that Cynthia needs to realize that they are absolutely right. Take a listen.
You know, this came up because I feel like when we were all having a great time, up in the air, closer to God, Kenya was throwing a lot of shade at the Bailey wine cellar.
Of course, it started from shade because she's your friend. Once it kept going, it turned into, okay, this is not even a good look for my friend's business.
Kenya, out of everybody, is beyond sensitive about her brand. Like, even if she thinks you're trying to say something about the Kenya Moore brand, she goes berserk.
You're f***ing with my business. You're f***ing with how I feed my daughter and myself. The fact is, you are a real.
So why is she trying to test Cynthia's knowledge and make it known that Cynthia doesn't know much about the wine industry?
I know Kenya, so I know she'll like be funny and shady. I knew that she was joking.
A joke
is a one-time thing, not a hammering.
Not joke,
Yes.
right.
I kind of get Kenya's sense of humor, so sometimes when she's being shady, since she's my friend, I don't always have my shade detector.
Even if I'm playing with my girl, I'ma still turn it back around. At the end of the day, you're gonna know that she got the best wine that you can find anywhere.
Well, that didn't happen.
Fun shade doesn't apply when it's like your business. Ooh, that just bothers
That's true.
me.
And the bottom line is she would not have proceeded had I done that to her.
Even if you joked one time, it wouldn't
Right.
work. Like if you said, I used your hair care and look, my edge is still gone.
Right.
You'd be like, she'd be like.
See what I mean? Cynthia needs to stop this. Stop letting Kenya get away with treating you like she's superior and you're not, or her brand is more important than yours. Something is not right. I don't know if Kenya might be jealous of Cynthia. I have no clue. But cut it out. Because Cynthia is always there for you, Kenya. You're wrong this time. Girls get on the bus for another trip and they're all discussing men and what Marlo wants in a man and, you know, getting advice, relationship advice from Nene. And it really centered around infidelity, which I think she may have been pointing it towards Kenya, but Kenya the whole time acted as if she wasn't interested in any advice, which I get it. Her and Nene don't get along at all, but at this point, advice from anybody that's good will work. You know what I mean? A little bit about her and Greg too, considering that right now it's all over the blogs that they have an open marriage and that Nene was busted with a lover and that Greg was also busted with a lover, that he was texting or talking to one of Nene's female employees. Of course, all of this is alleged because I don't know the full truth, but that is what the blogs are saying. So it seems like it's absolutely possible that maybe Nene and Greg might be headed for divorce court, or maybe it is just a purely open marriage and they can go out and do whatever the hell it is that they want as long as they come home at night at a reasonable hour. That is none of my business. I'm just saying. And again, it's all alleged. So the girls go to this winery and they're having a great time. They're tasting wines and Portia gets a little nostalgic because, you know, she had a very good friendship with Nene that just imploded. So she pulls Nene to the side and they both have a heart-to-heart. And I have to tell you, this is the first apology that I have ever seen Nene give that seemed sincere. She actually seems like she is truly sorry for ever hurting Portia and that she really cares about Portia. Like she really loves her and misses her. And Portia was definitely being genuine, but I was shocked. I don't think I have ever thought that anything that Nene has ever said in the realm of apologies was ever legit. But this time I believed it. Am I going soft? Oh boy, I think that she really missed Portia and now it's really good to see them make up and become friends again. The rest of the girls go to the gift shop inside of the winery. Kenya decides to buy several bottles of wine for Cynthia. I think she felt bad and she knew for sure that she was absolutely wrong for that behavior. So she was kind of getting that, I think, as a friendship offering, as an apology gift, which thank you for the gift, but no. That is not sufficient as an apology. You know good and damn well what you were doing. So the girls go out for a really nice dinner and the food looks delicious. However, there were cats everywhere and there's no way that I would have been able to feel comfortable having dinner there, worried that at any point a cat was gonna jump up on the table or jump on my back. That is one thing that everybody that I know knows. I am afraid of cats. Now, when I see cats on TV, when I see pictures of cats, I think that they're beautiful and I love them. I have friends who have cats and they love their cats and I love their cats for them. But personally, No. And having dinner with all those cats, the girls were just not at home. It was way too much. It wasn't one cat, it wasn't two cats, it was about 5 or 6 cats everywhere. Then out of nowhere, a jumbo dog shows up. Okay? I have nothing against dogs. I really don't. I don't believe that that dog would have jumped up on that table, like physically on top of the table. I don't have any problems with dogs. I love dogs, you know, and I love cats. I'm just scared of them. But no, there's no way that I can have a decent meal with all those animals all over the place. That would have had to have been a to-go order, definitely. While they were having the dinner with the cats and the dog, Portia and Tanya decided to throw a get-together back at the house. They were going to take over the hosting duties and host a party called a ruin party, meaning that they were going to take all of their negativity and throw it in the ruins, and they were going to be positive and light. So the deal was they were going to pass around these crowns, and whenever you have a crown, you give another crown to the person that you have an issue with, and you discuss the issue calmly and rationally, and then you throw it to the ruins. It's going to be over. Well, that is never how that works. Every Housewives has a version of this. Every Housewives who get together and go out on a trip, they have a version of this throwing out these peace, love, and vibes. Let's make up. They never work. The people always end up getting more pissed in the midst of this fake ass apology. It's ridiculous. So Cynthia decides she's going to get the crowns. She's going to put one on herself, and she's going to pass the other crown to Kenya because she's going to bring up the whole wine thing at the Sky dinner. So, you know, Cynthia, she soft pedals it. I just feel like, you know, back at the Sky dinner, you were throwing shade at the Bailey wine cellar, and I know that you didn't mean it. I know that you were just joking, but it didn't come off that way. You know, and then Kenya gives her soft shoe pedal. Oh, you know I didn't mean it. The Bailey cellar and all the rest of your businesses speak for itself. I didn't mean it for it to come off like that. I was just trying to be funny. I was just telling a few jokes. Bullshit, okay? I call bullshits, but I didn't have to call it because Nene called it. Take a listen.
Cynthia will never hold Kenya accountable.
Let's celebrate our queen.
Okay. They want a hug. Let them hug.
You're letting supposedly your good friend ruin your engagement, bash your business, and all of that is friends make mistakes. I don't ever recall Cynthia saying friends make mistakes where I was concerned. I just want to make a comment. I don't really understand the tiptoeing. I know that if that was me, that you would have gone harder. Cynthia is Kenya's punk. Believe that.
Well,
we were closer than anybody in this circle, and that includes her.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, the things change.
Well, this changed because you wanted to change because you are a big ass bully, bitch.
Wait a minute now, you just called me a bitch. What is this?
What you gonna say about it though? What you doing about it?
What do you want? What do you want me to fight you? What are you talking about? What am I gonna do about it?
All you can do is run your mouth.
Wait.
You are a negative Betty anyway, girl.
No, this is not part of the
She
rule.
said I can make a comment, negative Betty.
Okay, this is not part of the rule.
She ain't gonna bully Nene Leaks, bitch. Cause she gonna get in that ass.
She's phony.
That's why your husband can't deal with you,
Her
bitch.
sympathy the first night when we were there was all bullshit.
I've been through a divorce, and I would really want to know if you're okay.
And this is just another example of why I think Nene is a disgusting person.
No, let her be ugly. You're as ugly as you look on the inside and outside.
Attention whore, bitch. You wish, bitch.
Bitch, you can't even blink your eyes.
Bitch, I don't have anything on my eyes, bitch. Just be quiet.
Somebody please help me. And you like yours? You like yours?
Stop! This is exactly what we did not want to happen.
Let them vent.
Guys, it doesn't like you.
I left him, girl. Please.
No, he left you, bitch. Attention whore, he never liked you.
Matter of fact, whose trip is it? Candy and Kenya? You got your trip back. There you go.
You're tired and you're dry.
You're tired and your cat is dry while your husband is gone, bitch. You want to stay, bitch.
Let me adorn you.
Thank you, honey. I don't have anything to say, though. You can take it off.
You had plenty to say a minute ago.
I've said all I needed to say. If you don't have a crown, you should be shutting the up.
What's wrong with you? Is this the bipolar, Nene? Miss Bipolar?
No, you're bipolar,
Who are you
bitch.
bringing to the
There's
table?
no
I'm a
one
bitch
more
now?
bipolar in this
I
circle
don't think
than
so.
you.
Everybody can
You
agree
are
it's
bipolar.
you. That's why you had to grovel and ask to be friends with everybody.
Bipolar Kenya, go get your medication. Bipolar Kenya, go get your medication. That's why your husband left, bitch, because you're bipolar. New booty implant. They look wrong. They're wrong. Get a new booty implant. Every time I see her, I'm gonna read her down. Because you ain't gonna never be able to punk me. Kenya, fake contacts, okay? Blow up booty, okay? Wig, okay?
Let's move on.
I didn't feel like that was resolved.
To quote Nene, you ain't gonna bully Nene Leaks, bitch. Okay? Okay? That's it. Kenya cannot get with Nene. I am so sorry. You can blow up and you can treat Tanya like she ain't shit. You can say whatever you want to say to Tanya, but when it comes to Nene, you are not going to bully her. That is for sure, because her bark is way louder than yours. I mean, it is ridiculous. They go back and forth. Nene throws some pretty low blows when it comes to Mark. You know, she brings up Mark. She brings up Kenya's bad butt job. She brings up contacts and hair weaves. Kenya brings up some crap about Nene groveling to, you know, to have friends so she can film on the show. Oh my God, this just went way farther than it needed to be. Kenya then gives a half-hearted apology to Tanya for her behavior, at the same time asking Tanya for an apology over this wig situation, which both myself and Portia felt that that's uneven. It's not equal. Her showing the girls your wig is way different than you calling her the see you next Tuesday, bringing the cupcake lady, and just acting downright ridiculous. Totally uneven. Nene starts to yell at her again, and the episode was over. There's more next week, and it looks like it's just going to be more continued fighting between the two of them next week, and I am not shocked. I'm not shocked. I don't believe that Kenya or Nene will ever be friends again. And I did see an interview with Kenya earlier this week that she did with TMZ when they caught up with her, and she was very clear that her and Nene will never be friends because she thinks that Nene is a horrible person. Yeah, that was a lot. It really was. It was low blows going everywhere. The rest of the girls were just trying to break it up. I have no idea why these two just can't coexist, but from the last episode when Kenya didn't want to sit down with Nene, Nene took the gloves off. She said the door was closed. Well, clearly the door is still open for fights. I cannot wait for next week's episode. So, until next time, bye.